Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renata's team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. I'm excited to be here. It's Money Monday. And as of right now, we have 88 participants on the line. Our goal is to reach and exceed 100, which we've been doing a little bit more regularly lately. Make sure that you reach out to your teams. We do not want any ICMs missing out on these amazing trainings. What a great way to start out your morning with a powerful training. And if you're not getting on a little bit earlier to see the videos that we play before the trainer comes on, you're missing out. So make sure that you get on when you get the text, because we do play some cool videos. All right, so Michael Huggins is our trainer for the day, or for the morning, and he's got a really incredible story. Before Renatus, Michael was working two jobs. He was working for Jiffy Lube and Sears Auto. He had a degree in auto mechanics, yet he was working at two jobs that didn't even require that degree. And can you imagine how frustrating that must have been to have spent the time and the money to get a degree and then end up in jobs that don't even require that degree? He was riding his brother's bike to work because he couldn't afford a car. He was living in his girlfriend's mother's basement, which was Vanessa. And he was drowning in student loan debt, frustrated and tired of being poor. Michael found his solution when he found Renatus. He studied his education, and in under a year, he completed his first deal. And soon after, he completed a second deal, which paid him enough to quit both of his jobs. So at that time, Michael began to build his teams and to really build this business. And now, fast forward, he's now earned over 7 figures in this company, multiple 7 figures in this business. He is a PAC member, meaning that he's on the President's Advisory Council with our CEO, Bob Snyder. Michael now travels the country to share his expertise and experience and wisdom with new people coming on, learning to do this business. And he just bought over 240 acres in Tennessee for his next project. That's going to be really amazing. So I'm excited to hear more about that project, and I'm really excited to hear what Michael has to share today. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Keely. It's a beautiful day. It's a blizzard in Denver. It is snowing like crazy. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. And let's make some money. We had an awesome weekend with Kendall Stock here in Denver. And we had our largest attendance of any intensive. We had over 120 people show up, which was awesome. Our highest one before that was 84 in an intensive, and that was with Eric Counts last month. So we're on a winning streak right now. 2 record-setting intensives. One before that was Jeff Armstrong with 77. So we're definitely making some great progress when it comes to working as a team. So great job, everybody. Okay, as a reminder, as you pop into this app, there is a way for you to adjust your settings so that it turns the video off upon entering the room. And then I don't have to sit here and turn your videos off, just saying. I mean, I'm happy to serve and do different things, but there's a setting in your Zoom settings. Turn camera off upon entering. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. All right, it's working. Now, last 2 weeks we've been talking about funding, follow-up and funding. And we went over the PowerPoint, and we went over different numbers and methods. So let's just review that real quick. So when you're sitting down with your customer, you go over this PowerPoint, download it from Helios. Super easy. Here we go. 5 pillars. Frequently asked questions. Starting a business. Oh, last week was awesome. I made Ana Lopez do it for the first time. Made her do the follow-up. And it was like, we tell everyone to be there at 6:45. Just so we can have some classes planned and then get started. And around 7:05, there was only one group, one buying unit, right? A husband and a wife. That was it in the whole room. So I was like, you know what, Anna, you do it. You can't really screw it up that much. It's a PowerPoint. Just say what's on the PowerPoint. And she was a little bit nervous. She was like, what if? And I said, who cares? Just do it. What if? What if you'd been doing it every day for the last year? How would it feel? Let's just do it right now. So she stepped up. She used this exact PowerPoint. We ended up having, 4 more IMAs showed up and 4 more guests showed up. And so it was a nice full room for our little group follow-ups. And 3 people decided to put their order in at the end of the night. She went over, here's how we do it. This is what we expect, blah, blah, blah. And basically 90% of the room had their education, right? 2 people had already put their orders in and they were just coming back for more funding ideas and to meet new people. And then the 3 brand new buying units all put their orders in. So good job, Ana Lopez, great work. So we went over the 3-phase plan. Do your essentials, demo the classes, list them out, value, 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 value. That's a hidden slide. Then we go into phase 2, learning paths, all 10 learning paths, and then some. Got a new one coming out with the short-term rental one. Okay, packages offered. This is the slide we put up right here. 1997, 5997, 7994, 17997, 19994. So we sat on this slide for a while, a good 5 minutes or so, and a lot of people had questions. Well, what about this? What about that? And what's in the advance? And what's in the advance combo? So there was a good amount of questions there. And this is just a reminder to not breeze over the slide. Let's sit on it. What questions do you have? Where do you want to get started? I got the Extreme Plus combo. Most people get Extreme Plus combo. Most of our successful students that do real estate all over the country, they got their combos. Okay, and then we went over complimentary lifetime access. Went over the live help, 3-phase plan. Now let's go into application. Renatus iOS, quick demo of that. Now apply what you've learned. Get your house. Yay, 7-day right of rescission. Now how do we find the monies? So we talked about cash, credit, retirement account, HELOCs, private funding. Did we go over life insurance? All right, now it's time to switch over to the PowerPoint. To the PowerPoint. Okay, now I'm going to draw for you. So, and as a quick reminder on here, we talked about, oh yeah, we're doing a bonus house tour tonight, by the way, in Denver, 6:30 to 8 with Kendall. That's going to be awesome. Okay, we talked about creating quality relationships, being a valued person, doing a business transaction, who do you know? Oh yeah, and then I told you guys about a few people who upgraded from UJ Essentials. And funding Q&A, how does it work? 6:45, 7, 7:50, 8 o'clock, OEP. Yep, just like that. Anna just followed this format and it worked. Talked about personal cash and credit. and that we're looking for a hand up, not a handout, and that there are 4 values in the deal: time, knowledge, credibility, then money. Talk about retirement accounts and what people are capable of. Remember 50%, not to exceed 50,000 at 5% for 5 years. Talked about if we paid off debts using our current money, if we could increase our cash flow. Talked about the questions over the last 5 years. How much have you earned? What would you like to earn? Let's create a win-win scenario here. You like to earn 5%, 6%, 10%, 14%. Talked about the roars. We talked about how someone uses their retirement account and pulls out more than the cost of the education, that they could just move money from their left pocket to their right pocket until they get it paid off, right? Doing a deal or whatever, making some education sales. Okay, then we talked about moving money around with retirement accounts and get funded online, combination of different things. All right. Now, let's jump into something new here. Okay, that was fun. UGA, UGA. Okay, let me just put this as bold as I can make it. Last resort. Don't bring UGA up until you've gone through every other option. Every other option. Then as a last resort, we're going to talk about UGA. Okay. Last resort for a couple reasons. One, your money is slow. If you want to get paid faster, let's find other ways than UGA. Another reason why. Easy to quit. Some people will just stop paying after their 3rd or 4th month. It's ridiculous. They don't understand. Hey, this is a commitment. This is a contract. This is not a subscription. But people will still quit, AKA you lose money. Number 3 is there's no sacrifice. What I mean by that is people have this attitude of easy come, easy go. It's easy to sign up for UGA. It's easy to leave. Okay, there's something that when people pay in full and they go through all the steps to figure out how to do it, they stick. There's some stick-to-itiveness. Yes, that's the word, stick-to-itiveness. Okay, here's another reason why. How do I want to put this? They'll attract more UGA sales. So in terms of thinking about duplication, in my experience, people who sign up on UGA just sign up more people on UGA. And then instead of getting $40,000, $50,000 months, you have a $2,000 month. Maybe. You'd have to sign up 10 UGA essentials to have a $2,000 month. And you could do it that way. Another thing that I see is, and this is just my experience, there's no corporate data backing this or anything. But UGA Essentials students complain the most. They complain the most. They have the highest expectations and they put in the least amount of money. They complain the most. Find whatever reason they can to just blame somebody else, blame this, blame that. It's like, guys, we have the same freaking program. It's the same Renata's program. Like, how is it complainable? Like, what are you talking about? Like, no one else is complaining. But really, what they're complaining about is that they got this monthly payment and they hate it, but they just start complaining about the office or complaining about the website or complaining about somebody else or whatever. So this is my little rant on UGA. It's great for some people. I get it. Like I just showed you up here that I've had a bunch of people who come in through UGA, right? Mark and his dad and me came in through UGA. All right, put his 400 down. Started getting his essentials. But what he immediately did was booked an appointment for me to his dad. And then we were able to get an Extreme Plus combo out of it. Same thing with Tiara and her sister. All right, she got her UGA. She wanted a desire for change. Great. Introduce me to people who can pay for it. And let's get your Extreme Plus combo. But there are some people who just think that they're just going to stay there. That I got my classes. I'm just going to watch these. I'm going to come to all the intensives, and then I'm good to go for life. So it seems to me as though people who stay with UGA, and I'm not cursing anybody. I'm not saying that you on the line are like this. You're different because you're on the line. You're listening. You're paying attention. You're plugging in. You're doing the stuff. But think about how many people put down $400 and aren't on this call. It's a ridiculous amount. So I want a measure of seriousness. It's a great way if you want to start. You talk, take the classes, learn how to raise capital, fix your credit, all those things. But as a salesperson, I'm talking about how I feel about UGA coming from an IMA or an ICM standpoint. From my customer standpoint, I don't bring this shit up at all. My customer's like, this is what I want to do. After we've covered everything, this is what I want to do. And they really don't have money in their 401k. There's no life insurance. There's no HELOC. There's no this. There's no that. I don't poo-poo it at all. It's okay. If we've really exhausted all our resources, let's get it going. And I still have that same level of excitement. And I still go have an OEP, an order entry party. We still get them on board. But then I'm having them watch the credit classes right away. We're fixing your credit right away. We are fixing your retirement accounts right away. Because I might make $200 now, but I would like in the next month or two to make another 9,000. Who knows what could happen? But this is why I don't say don't do it. I just said last resort. Bring it up last. Or maybe don't even bring it up on the same day. Make them think about how to go ask for a 401k, go ask for a HELOC, go ask for something, go raise the capital, go get it yourself before. Or else, and it's up to you, but then your money's slow, it's easy for them to quit, they don't really make a sacrifice, they attract more UGA sales, complain, have high expectations. So, but we can get pretty fancy with it too. Now that I've covered this and how much I dislike UGA, let me go over why I do like it and why I think it's a powerful way based off of certain conversations for certain people how we could really make something awesome happen. And you know who's really good at this is Dane Clark, getting people in at the UGA combo. And when I say UGA last resort, it's really UGA essentials. Someone's doing a UGA combo, that's a different story. Because they're putting in a serious amount. They could have just paid for an essentials cash because they got $4,000. But let's just go over how it works. Some of you are brand new and don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. So let's go over it real quick. We have the essentials, we have the advanced, and we have the extreme. And it looks like we've got a few comments here. Oh. Okay, so Alex has a quick question. How do you encourage people to seek out private funding for their extreme combo? I'm seeking to get better at encouraging people to seek out this option. Good, we'll keep seeking because that's a good example of seeking. Well, part of it is essentials. Okay, the essentials program is not for real estate. I don't tell people that the essentials is for real estate. That's how I sell a lot of combos. People say, well, can I do some deals with the essentials and then upgrade later? And I'm like, not really. Not what it's designed for. It's designed to help you keep your money. Keep your money. It's designed to help you keep your money through banking systems, through credit systems, through 401ks and retirement accounts, through taxes, through legal structuring, entrepreneurship. These are not the real estate classes. There's the intro to real estate. There's like covering real estate terms and a few things around some creative acquisition stuff. But it is not for real estate. It's for keeping your money. So from the get-go, if your customer has that conversation in their head that that's what the essentials is for, and then when you say, what do you want to do? Then they're going to say, I want to do the Extreme Plus combo because I want to make money in my deals also. But if you set it up or you don't make it clear at the very first exposure, the very first conversation, you don't make it clear that the essentials is just for keeping your money, then you have an uphill battle and you got to change your wording, and people don't like that. And there's a little bit, then they go, oh, you're just trying to say that so that I buy more. If you tell them they could do deals with the essentials, you're hurting yourself, and it's not all the way accurate. There are some incredibly savvy people that we sign up, and they've had real estate experience before, and they can buy the essentials, and maybe they can do some new deals that they never heard of. But for the most part, I don't create that expectation, and you're going to have to overhaul the language in your office. And just make sure people know, hey, essentials, keep your money. Go watch all the keep your money classes. Now let's get in. Now that you've learned all that stuff, when you're going to upgrade to the build your money classes. Just clear expectations. People are so grateful and so happy and quick to spend money if we have clear expectations. Okie dokie. Essentials. Retail price, $19.97. To acquire it, remember that everything through UGA requires a $25 application fee. Non-refundable. So if they ask for a refund in their 7-day rescission, they'll get their $400 back, but not the $25. Okay, so retail price $19.97. If someone pays $19.97, you get $1,000. But if they're using UGA, they will put down 400 plus the 25. Okay, 400 is the down payment, and then it is $101 a month. Now we got to get something clear. It's 18% interest. So, what is 101 times 18? That's how we'll find out our interest, right? It's $18. Yep, you got it. 18 bucks. Well, now they're also on an 18-month. Well, they can pick. Let's be clear. Let me just clean this up one more time. $101 a month for 18 months, or $152 a month for 12 months. And both of these are 18%. Everything is 18% interest. Okay. So most likely someone's going to stretch it out to the 18 months. So if someone is paying $101 for 18 months, they're going to pay $1,800 plus the $400 down. So they're going to be paying $2,200 total for something that was $19.97, basically $2,000. Okay, so in a year and a half, they're going to pay $200 in interest. Does that make sense to everybody? If you can show them all the dollars, they'll take some action. There's a clear path for what they could do. Okay, can already tell I'm going to run out of room. Advanced. Advanced. Now, we're going to just call it the advanced combo because we're getting it with the essentials, right? So it's 7,994. And the commission is $4,000. Oh, let's be clear here. Going back to the essentials, your commission would be $200 here if you're 1-star. If you're not, you got to split it, and it's $100. And then here, you're making 50 bucks a month. A little bit less. It's something like 48, whatever. Because you don't make money off the interest. You just make money off the principal. Woo! Talking about commissions. Count that money. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. Okay, now back to the advanced combo. It's 7,994, 4,000. So 20% down on $8,000 is 1,600 plus 25 down. Okay. And it is $250 a month. Now you can do on the advanced and the extreme, they can pick their payment and do 12, 24, or 36 months. The 250 is 36 months. It's the lowest payment stretched out over the longest time. And that's what people are looking for with UGA. Lowest payment, longest way to pay it back. And people who are in that mode of lowest payment, longest time to pay it back are the people who need to change that habit because that habit doesn't help you create wealth in real estate. But let's go over it anyway. So if you're 5-star, you'll make 800 bucks when they put their 1,600 down, and then you make about 120 bucks a month when they make the monthly payment. Okay, so let's do some quick math. 250 times 36 plus 1600. Oh man, I put 16 million. Okay, 250 times 36 plus 1600 is 10,000. Oops, I'm gonna write it in the purple. So it's 9,000 plus 1600 equals 10,600. So they paid 10,600 for something that was 7,994. So they're basically paying $2,600 in interest over the course of 3 years, right? 36 months. My goodness, it's too long. But most people pay it off early. I have found that when people are in the advanced combo versus the essentials, there's a lot more willingness to try new things, try harder, get out of your comfort zone, watch more class, just plug in more, use the system more. So you still only make 4,000 bucks. But if they pay it off early, think about if they paid it off in 1 year instead of 3 years, they would only pay like $900 in interest. If they pay, this would be for the, if they paid it off in 1 year, pay off in 1 year, or full payoff. Okay, so it's not like we're dooming them, they got to pay the interest. There's no prepayment penalties. They just pay it off early and save that money. It's kind of cool. Okay. And the last one, extreme combo. Extreme plus combo, the XP seed, baby. It is 19,994 commission or earnings paid to you, 10,000. Pretty sweet. So we still got the $25 app fee, and we still got 18% APR. Okay, putting in that work. Sandra, the YouTube channel is called Elevate Renatus. Elevate Renatus. You got it. Okay, so for the advanced combo, customers got to put down 4,000 plus 25 as their down payment. And then again, they have the choice of 12, 24, or 36 months. Most people will go for the 36 months, which is 575 bucks a month. Okay, or something like that, 579, something like that. Okay. So if they put down 4,000, you get 2,000 of that. If you're not 5-star, you don't. You get you get 100. If you're unqualified and you sell a UGA Extreme Combo, you make $100. So that's another reason why. Is just sell some combos, cash combos. Okay, and then you make $250 a month off of the monthly payments. Okay, so what does your customer ultimately pay? They're going to pay 575 times 36. Right there is 20,700 in payments. plus their 4,000 down means they're paying 24,700. So that's quite a bit of interest, $4,700 in interest. Now, if they pay it off early, they pay it off 1 year early, they're only going to pay the 1 year payoff. They're only going to pay something like $1,100, $1,300 in interest. So it would save over $3,300 in interest if they pay it off in their first year. Okay. So this is kind of what we're looking at. Now, when we show people this at the follow-up, I don't go into this much detail, obviously, because I'm not talking about commissions and earnings. And I just want it to be quick. So I'll write it down quick. Hey guys, this is what we do. It's 400 down, $100 a month for essentials. It's 1,600 down and $250 a month for the advanced, and it's 4,000 down, $575 a month for the extreme. And I just basically leave it at that to explain the cost. Then what they really need are ideas on how to make it work. So, like, I had a customer 2 weeks ago who was like, dude, my monthly expenses are $4,000 a month, and I bring in $3,700 a month. How on earth am I going to do this program? All right, so keep in mind what I just drew out for you. He said, my income is $3,700, and my expenses are $4,000. How can he buy how can he buy anything with that situation? He's got zero credit. He's got zero in a 401k. He's got zero in savings. He's got zero on a HELOC. So we're looking at this situation going, how are we going to make this person successful in our program? How are we going to help them do this? Well, one thing, and I'm going to put this as a big reminder, as a, these are always questions. WACO. What does WACO stand for? WACO. What are you capable of? That's what we're asking them. We're never telling them what to do. Do we tell people what to do with their money? We tell them? No, we don't tell them what to do. We bring up ideas, possibilities, ask them what they're capable of, and they make their own decision. So that's what we're always asking. What are you capable of? What are you capable of? Okay, so Brian has a question. How much to upgrade from Advanced to Extreme Plus within the first year? Well, here's something you got to remember about UGA. Only one agreement at a time. So this is an agreement, this is an agreement, this is an agreement. So if you have your advanced combo on UGA, in order to use UGA again, you would have to pay off that loan in order to have another agreement with them in the extreme. So if someone has an advanced combo and they want to upgrade to the extreme, how much comes out of pocket? Within the first year, okay? So let's say 6 months down the road. Well, they've got their retail cost of $7,994. They've paid $1,600, right? So now we have 6,400 bucks basically. 6,400 bucks left, and you know maybe they paid 6 payments, 6 times 250, then parentheses for everybody. So 6 times 250 is another 1,500 bucks. So now they're down to $5,000. So they still owe UGA 5,000 bucks 6 months in. Okay. And then they want to upgrade. So that this has to be paid off in order to have that next agreement. That's for the advanced. And then for the extreme, well, what do they have left for the extreme? They've already paid 7,994, so they have to pay another 12,000. Okay, but they could do 20% of that. What's 20% of 12,000? 2,400 as their new down payment. And then their monthly payments would be something, so if they put it out over 36 months and it's 18% interest, they would be carrying 9,600 plus 9,600 divided by 36. So they'd be paying about 320 bucks a month for 36 months. So if they are on advanced UGA and they're within that first year and they want to upgrade to the extreme using UGA, it will require 5,000 bucks here and 2,400 bucks here. Right. Maybe they paid this down to 4,000 if they went the whole 12 months. So what we're looking at is between 6,500 and 7,500 bucks to upgrade. Does that make sense, Brian?
Yes, thank you. Is there also a charge, an additional charge to upgrade?
Oh yeah, I forgot. 750 bucks for the upgrade fee.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. Thanks for participating on these calls. Okay, so going back to this guy here. He says, all right, Michael, I would love to do this, but I don't have any credit. I don't have a retirement account. I have a savings. I don't have a HELOC. I don't have any discretionary income. How am I going to do this? Well, remember with the whole caveat of what are you capable of? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you what others have done in the past that is successful. This income, my question, $3,700 a month. Is that net or gross? He says it's net. Say, okay. So what's your gross? If your gross, let's see. So if your net is 3,700, then your gross is probably somewhere around 4,700. For your gross, just doing some math here. And I go, you know what? Instead of doing it this way, why don't you just tell me how much you make? If you're open to telling me how much you make per hour, times that by 2,080, there's your gross. Okay. Well, here's something we got to be thinking about. Remember in the cash flow quadrant, ESBI, and most people have about 12 tax write-offs if they're an employee They have over 70 tax write-offs if they're self-employed. And between being a business owner and investor, there's over 450 tax write-offs. So, if you become an IMA, or not even that, if you just decide that you're going to be a real estate investor, now you're self-employed, you got an additional 70 tax write-offs, like your phone, like your internet, like the miles it took you to get here, like this, like that, like some meals, like this, like all these extra things. So basically what he's telling me is he doesn't even have the 400 to get in. Are you guys seeing that? We got an issue. Now he's smart, he's an intelligent man, smart, motivated, just doesn't have the money. I feel like he would upgrade here rather quickly, so I'm going to spend a little more time with him. So I point out, hey, if you really decide you want to be a real estate investor tonight, without even signing up, like just you decide, because you're in America, you decide you're going to be an investor, and now you're a business owner, you get to write these off. So what if, and then I tell a story. Here's what I did, so you could tell my story. All you guys on the line here, if you didn't do this, you can tell my story, but if you did do this, obviously share from your own personal experiences. But here's what I did. While I was still at Jiffy Lube, while I was still working at the Lube Shack, I went and got a new W-4 form. Excuse me. So I asked this guy, is this money from W-2 or 1099? He says W-2. Okay. So at your HR department, you get a new W-4 form. What I did, because I remember, I'm not telling him what to do. What I did is I changed my dependents. To 9. I raised my dependents up to 9. Now what that did on my paycheck is, instead of, there's two ways of looking at it. Instead of waiting the whole year, right, so January to December, and then going all the way back to the next April to do your taxes, this whole year, I decided I want most of my money. And then by the end of the year, I would tally up all my write-offs. Okay, so then I got my tax write-offs. And then in April, I would pay a tax bill instead of getting a refund. If you think about it, the refund is something that I got spread out through the whole year. So instead of waiting till next year to get a write-off, and it would be a bigger refund, right? Because now I'm in this world of business owner, investor, self-employed. I'm gonna have a pretty decent refund if I leave my W-4 the way it is with 1 or 2 dependents. But I decided to raise it on that document, and then I got my refund early. I got my refund spread out over all my paychecks instead of waiting for it at the end of the year. I needed that money now. So for me, that equated to over $400 a month in cash. So at the end of the year, I would have got like a $4,000 or $5,000 refund, right? Could have been a $5,000 refund here, but I opted, because now it's a choice, it's my money, I opted for it to be given to me on a monthly basis. And that's with my crappy Jiffy Lube job. Some of you change your dependents to 9, you get 600, 800,000, 15, 2,000 bucks a month extra. It just depends on where you work and your situation. Then we remind everyone, I'm not a tax attorney, I'm not a CPA, I'm not telling you what to do. If you have any more questions, you go to irs.gov, and there's a little chart that they'll have for you around your dependents for your W-4, and they'll show you if you change one here, you change two, this is what you get, change to three, this is what you get, change to four, this is what you get. So they got charts, they got everything. They're expecting people to do this. So then I sent him to the resource, and he goes, all right, well, that makes sense. So last week he hit me up, he says, hey, changed my dependents. So on the next paycheck, he'll have his down payment to then get started. And then he's already thinking about ways to sell it and make some funnels and make some things happen so we can start getting paid sooner and growing his business, growing his team, helping him with the education. So I got just a few minutes before we wrap up. What questions do you have about this last concept that I just shared around the W-4 and getting your refunds spread out over time instead of waiting until the end of the year and getting a big old fat refund? Are there any questions or any clarification I can create around this? Because you're going to go have these conversations with your customers, and we want to make sure that what you're saying is accurate. Because you say, man, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. And I go, well, now you got your down payment, plus you got indefinite monthly payments. You could definitely do this. We can start getting a secured credit card, building up our credit, getting a better reputation. Pretty clear? Pretty straightforward?
Hi, this is Roman from Colorado.
What's up, Roman?
Hi, Michael. I had a quick question regarding what you just explained with the W-4. If they have two pressing issues and they're doing this, I know that they'll have to pay the taxes eventually. Would you steer them towards doing taxing legal day 1 and 2 over the current issue they're doing, or would you still have them focus on the initial issue and then taxing legal?
Well, they're going to get, in my expectation of my students and who's enrolling, they're going to have their essentials done in 1 to 2 months. And they still got themselves, a whole year before taxes are due. But you're right. If we're doing something like this with people, they should go in and watch the tax and legal stuff right now. And that tax bill is going to definitely be a lot smaller. This bill that I'm referring to, it's going to be a lot smaller than what they were paying out over the course of every month, every paycheck. This bill is going to be a lot smaller if they use the tax write-offs. If someone is going to just stay W-2 for their whole life and not start a business, then this last thing I talked about is not a good idea.
Okay, thank you.
You betcha. Thanks for participating on the call. So this will only work long term if they stick with being a real estate investor. If they're going to go back to having a job, then they need to go back, or if they're going to just stay at a job, they should not adjust their W-4. So I hope you are all picking up what I'm putting down. Hopefully it's making sense and dollars. So I got to go hop on a call. But thanks for being here, everybody. Next week we got a new topic. So if you have more questions about funding, review the last 3 weeks recordings, get caught up, watch it on double speed if you want. I don't care. Just get this information in your head, get it down. Go out there, do more follow-ups, and let's go make some money together. Let's grow this team. I'll see you guys soon. Seattle Regionals this weekend, Sacramento in 2 weeks. Get excited, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.